用声音
碰撞世界，
生动活泼。
Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到我们今天的 What's Next 科技早知道，我是丁教。大家可能也知道，在过去的几个月时间内啊，我们生动活泼的小伙伴们一直在忙一个活动，叫做 Future and Remix。那这一次的活动，我们把它的名字叫做 AI 如何重塑我们的内容创作。那这样一个其实汇集了很多很前沿的 AI 创作内容领域的创作者，然后以及很多的这个科技行业领域的从业者。那这个活动我们其实是跟 Ultra 香港音乐节一起合作联合举办的，终于在上周五在香港完成顺利的结束了。结束以后，我们也收到了很多的现场的还有参会者的给我们的正向反馈，所以在今天的这几期节目当中，我们也希望能够把会议上面的这些精华跟大家一起来分享一下。像上次和俊玉在节目中聊到的一样啊，那 AI 它其实就是一种 utility， 它就是一种基础设施。所以我发现其实最近在我跟很多科技圈朋友们聊天的过程当中啊，大家其实对 AI 如何落地应用其实还是有一点点这个灰心和丧气的。那我希望能够通过这样子的一次跨行业啊，甚至是跨地区这样的一种交流，能够产生出一些非共识的想法，产生出一些灵感和火花。
So first of all, thank you so much for coming to our event, Future and Remix.
那第一个 panel 也是我自己主持的一个 panel， 那主题就是 AI 对内容创作者的影响。那我们也分别邀请到了几位其实前沿的已经在用 AI 创作的一些创作者，然后很多人他们已经获得了国际上面的大奖。那比如说是与非常多知名艺人合作过的 AI 导演 Junie， 以及受邀参加这次 Ultra 音乐节的唱作人 Lona， 然后还有 VR 演唱会的制作公司 Amaze VR 的 CEO Steve Lee， 然后他们都是大量使用 AI 工具，并且将 AI 整合到日常的工作流里面的创作者。那另外呢，我们也邀请到了香港浸会大学艺术学院的教授 Junie Lau 来分享他在艺术教育方面的一些前沿的探索和他的研究。令我印象深刻的是啊，这几位嘉宾其实都是来自不同的创作领域，但他们基本都提到了他们利用不同的 AI 工具大大提升了他们在这个工作上面的效率，包括节省了很多他们的时间和人力的成本。比如啊，朱妮就说到，在传统的电影制作里面，由于时间和经费的限制，很多的特效，比如像是这种燃烧啊、爆炸等等一些场面，一两次就必须完成。但是 AI 的使用啊，能让这些原本复杂的制作摆脱了时间和空间的限制，所以它也就释放了很多的创作的灵感啊，创作的空间。那嘉宾 Steve 他也提到了，他们公司利用 AI 将整个的 VR 演唱会的制作大大提升了他们的效率。比如在过去啊，他们基本上会用40到50个人的工作量，可能是需要几个月的时间才能做完一场演唱会，但现在呢，只需要用2-3个人，基本上几天就能完成了。那最后呢，我们其实还探讨了关于 AI 生成内容的一些争议。那比如说 AI 会不会取代创作者，会不会让作品失去了它本身的一些灵魂或者是意义？那 Lona 其实就说啊，那他并没有这样的一些担忧，因为现在的 AI 的普及啊，其实是让更多的人有了实现自己的想法的工具，让这个实现的过程更加的容易和更加的高效。以前呢，比如说是需要一整支乐队才能完成的一首歌曲，现在一个人就可以完成了。其实啊，这也是让更多的人有机会成为创作者。另外 Lona 也会说，他其实是让 AI 为他自己提供一些 demo 的不同的一些灵感和想法，但最后怎么样去使用这些不同的片段，然后怎么样整合起来，其实是由他来决定的。那这首歌依然是注入了他自己的品味和自己的灵魂的。那在节目正式开始之前，我还是要感谢一下我们的合作伙伴，那这一次的联合发起方 Zebra Lab、Ultra HongKong， 然后还有我们的支持单位香港投资推广署，然后包括我们的赞助方图拉斯以及鹰牌花旗参。好了，那下面就是我们今天的节目。So this panel we're gonna discuss pretty much all about how creators using AI, and then they are all the forerunner for using AI in their creative process, and then a lot of them already have feedback or clients paying for their AI embedded work. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this panel. So maybe first of all, let's start with maybe Junie. When did you start using AI in your creative work, and then how do you use them?
Hello everyone, I'm Junie, and I am an AI director and production designer using cutting-edge technology to in media production to global brands and top celebrity, which including fashion film, music video, and advertising production. And I also do some research in virtual identity and engage in critical thinking about digital humanity.
Hi everyone, my name is Lona. I am a music producer, also a DJ. I'm a songwriter. I studied classical music. I majored in composition and sound design while I was in the US. And after I came back, I signed with Universal Music Group, work as a producer. So my job is write songs for the pop artists, rappers, and I am also a singer myself. So I use a lot of AI in my work as well. The mainstream stuff like Suno, Audio, sound design tools like Stance Diffusion. I'm not sure if you guys know.
Hello guys. My name is Steve Lee. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Amazing VR. Amazing VR is a VR concert platform company. We founded in 2015, so it's been 10 years. And we founded in Silicon Valley. Now we are moving to the LA, and we also have the subsidiary in South Korea. I originally started my career as a software engineer 20 years ago, so I would say I'm the quite engineer. And then I started working at the Bain company, and Bain company as a management consultant, and I work at the Kakao, which is kind of WeChat-like service in South Korea. And after that, I believe in AR, VR. I believe VR AR headset would replace the TV and monitors as a personal display. I thought Apple will release the VR headset in 2017, but unfortunately they released it this year, though. But now it's getting better. And then we work, as I mentioned, we are a VR concert platform company, which means we are working with the music artists. So we started work with the US artists like Megan Thee Stallion, T-Pain, Ja Larson, and then we expand to the K-pop. So we started to work with aespa and EXO Kai, and then recently we worked with Tomorrow by Together, which is the big hit music artist. And now we are actually launching this one in the movie theater, as not many people have the VR headset yet. So we sell a ticket to the fans, and then when fans come to the movie theater, VR headset will be reinstalled, and they can experience the VR concert with a movie theater sound system. So we now launch in the South Korea and the US and Japan, and then we are discussing other countries. I don't know if you guys know the VR production, but the VR, we need to fill out all the spaces, which means there's lots of work. So if we just follow the traditional film production or the game production, it requires lots of manual work. So we use AI for automate manual works. So that's what we are doing.
Last but not least, Professor Pon.
I'm Johnny, and I am an educator. I'm academic, and so I'm a little bit different from the other panelists. I'm in education. I'm also I'm the founding dean of the school of HKBU as a university in Hong Kong, the only university with film program, with music program, with visual art program, and also an art technology program, plus a business degree in global entertainment. So we have about 1,800 students. We employ about 200 professional artists and filmmakers and stuff working for us. So we basically the only university in this part of the world with these elements together. My other role is as a associate VP of interdisciplinary research. I'm by heart a scholar. I love doing research, and I also love bringing people together from different fields. So I look after 6 research labs, all related to AI. Augmented creativity, data economy, computational medicine, health and well-being, and all sorts of stuff. And then also several centralized AI-related facility. One of those, which I'm the director, is a mocap research and visualization lab, which is the only one in this part of the world. We have one of the most accurate, precise lab that we can capture multiple actors within a space that will allow up to 5 people with the accuracy that is so precise that will allow us to use those data for machine learning. And later on, I will explain some of the project we have done. Last but not least, I'm also a musician. And so I'm training as a orchestral conductor. By nature, a conductor, organized. So I feel like, I'm a project manager in so many different senses, including advocating for new technology. How did I get into the AI? I actually have always been interested in crossing over, using digital technology. That was before 2020, so, I have always been using all sorts of tools and instruments to create amazing visual, sound. But then during the pandemic, we were all stuck in Hong Kong. And so my research partner, who's been a data scientist, who has been a really big lover of music, and I also love AI. So we worked together and we got the first ever art technology funding, research funding from the Hong Kong government, amounting to $60 million to develop new AI technology platform that will transform how people create, communicate, and how people receive and participate in the arts.
Professor has a couple really cool video that's done in AI research. We can take a look.
Let's start with the other one first. This was done 2022. That was in Hong Kong, if you remember. That was during the height of pandemic. We cannot have any choir on stage in the performance. So we actually developed our own algorithm. Now you're hearing is a AI choir singing live with a symphony orchestra. But the real advancement here is you hear what language they were singing it. So that was during the time when it's not possible to put a choir on stage, when everybody was still wearing masks. I want to have a concert. I can put all the musicians, violinists all in masks, but I can't have a choir simply in a small space like that. So we asked our research team the question, can you create a choir for me where they can perform with me live, in real time? This is not playing a recording. This is actually AI choir responding to my movement. And so that was actually done by extracting, the male voices were all world-class soloists like Domingo, Jose Carreras. And the female singer was Maria Callas. Maria Callas was long dead, 30 years ago. We extracted her voice quality and then taught her to sing in Putonghua. And so, there was a lot of try and error. Initially, it sounded terrible. It sounded like somebody just, totally out of control. It's like something come out of a horror movie. But then slowly we improve our algorithm. We keep changing until there was one day, I remember when we were listening to one of an example, and then we all look at each other and say, did you teach it to sing like that? Did you teach it to phrase like that? It almost have a human quality to it. So that was a part of the process. How we started with using AI in live performances. And we earlier I talked about the motion capture lab we created with 40 cameras. But at the same time, this is a more recent work this year. In fact, I took a research team to Guangxi, and we want to do a piece of music that was written based on melody from Yao Zhu. But the thing is that this music was actually written a long time ago in the 50s. It's very westernized, but we want to find that color, and then we want to see what it looks like, in this original setting. So we went to the Yao Zhu setting, and then we also bring our science team to do motion capture of dance data, and then we taught our message to do it. But because of time, I only give a snapshot. I want to assure you this is not animation. This is completely AI generated visual that only using word prompts. So what we were able to do is we call our technology motion GPT. So now with language model, you have all sorts of language data, but what's lacking is motion data. So we were trying to do is to create this algorithm that we could just type in and say, okay, walk like Charlie Chaplin, and then go from this side of the room to another side of the room, and then do a flip. And so we created using the large language model with the small model that we collected, and then we combined the two, and then create our own algorithm to create this kind entirely text prompt visual. And then, of course, that's a lot of post-production engineering, because initially those hands was just so horrible. They looked like gorilla. Those girls, they had pretty faces, but their hand was like this. And so that's a lot of work we continue to improve. So that's basically what we do.
Thank you, Professor. Yeah. All right, let's come back to the stage. What do you guys think? It's pretty amazing, huh? Maybe the next question I was thinking about, so Professor just said what kind of tool that he used for his research and creation of the arts. Maybe Junie can tell us more about when you created your MBs with all different celebrities. Do you have any preferences? Do you see there are drawbacks? What kind of tool are you using?
I will mention like some of the amazing tools I have used, which including the Gemini, which called Jimeng in China. Then also another tool is One Way and ChatGPT, Luma, and many others. So because every different tools have different advantage and disadvantage. So it is, for me, it's like making an AI movie. It's just like mixing and transitioning different tools. And also, I think there's a lot of possibility and potential in the AI art creation, which are waiting for the artist to be explored. Through my past experience with all the different AI tools, so I just realized that this kind of new technology are giving birth to an entirely new art form and visual expression. So ourselves as a humanity has transitioned from a time where creativity was solely driven by human brain to a new century where creativity is shaped by the interconnected collaboration between the human brain and intelligent brain.
Have you seen the tech has improved?
I really think so.
In what way? Maybe elaborate a little bit more. Yeah.
I would say almost in every month it have a huge improve.
Okay. We have actually a listener have a question. Did they feel like it's probably the scaling law is not scaling as much nowadays? So you don't think so?
Sorry?
So you think the tech is still progressing?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would say the competition between all the AI tech companies is so
intense.
Yeah, and also as well as artists. So,
What do you mean by that? The competition between artists, a lot of artists.
Yeah, because the artist is trying to use AI to make the latest version. So every day you will see a different art forms and also different meaning behind their art. So it's truly wonderful for me. And also we can see there's a lot of limitation about AI right now, but there's many artists is using the limitation of AI to create the amazing and wonderful work, and this is reshaping the perception of human to see the AI. So I'm working with AI is more interesting for me to working with human.
But like traditional tools. So last time when we talked offline, you were mentioning there's a lot of celebrities want to work with you, and they're so interested in AI. They know all about ChatGPT, Sora, all different kind of tools. Can you share more about those things?
I will say the communication between this celebrity, it is different because they have their own perception about AI filmmaking, and also their perception is come from their traditional filmmaking. So the communication sometimes is more like a battle.
Like, what kind of battles you guys are having?
Because in traditional filmmaking, they do the exposure, the fire, different kind of fire thing, and it is so intense because there is enough stuff behind this kind of big filmmaking element. But in the AI, then we do all the fire and explosion with AI, with generative. If you're working with AI, you input the prompt, then the model respond, and you can try many times. But in traditional filmmaking, you can only try a few times based on the budget because it's so expensive.
So I don't see where's the disagreement come from. Like, isn't it better?
No, because they will use their understanding of the real time to ask us to do the similar thing in AI. But this is not the AI work because AI's advantage is it presenting a lot of possibilities, and you can try a lot of possibility in a really short time. So you can't just ask AI to do the exactly thing in your mind.
I see.
This is not how AI works.
So probably not fit into their old workflow. We have to create a new one. That's kind of the disagreement come from. All right.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, do you use AI in your creative process, or is it too not consistent for your work? What do you use it for?
I want to say I really like Professor's first work because I use a lot of virtual singer as well. We call it virtual singer because there are a lot of AI tools, things like AC Studio, A Studio, and like Synthesizer V. Because if you're a songwriter, but you're a best singer and you're trying to produce a demo for your client, it's actually hard because if you can sing, you need to pay for a professional singer. Probably need a good studio or even a professional engineer. That means you need a lot of time to put things together and you need to pay a lot of money. But now with like a virtual singer, you just need to sing into it and you can replace it with a great singer, just like Professor's work. So AI is actually changed a lot of the way that people create music. And the other thing that I use is audio. Like, I guess a lot of people already know what it is. Something like Midjourney, but it's a music AI tool. You can just input like emotion and genre. You just generate music in 5 minutes. So if you're not a professional producer or songwriter, you can still write a song. But for professional musicians or producers, I think it's still helpful because when you lack inspiration, you can upload something we call the audio clip, like a 5 second to 10 seconds musical clip to it, and then it can continue writing for you. So you can generate like unlimited versions of a song, so it can give you possibilities fast and like inspiration fast instead of just drinking beer, struggling and stuff, Oh, the other thing that I use is called dance diffusion because most of the time nowadays I produce EDM music, electronic music. So the most important things in electronic music is sound design. So traditionally you will have to learn how to use a synthesizer or Max for Live things that you need to learn for 3 or 4 years or even longer. But now with AI technology, with dance diffusion, all you need to do is collect the sound you like water sound, pet sound, or like Alan Walker's lead, anything to a folder and then upload to Google Drive. You can generate new sounds that the AI think you will like for you, so you can use it in your production. Yeah.
I have a question. Does your fan or people who listen to you notice anything that is created by AI? Do you tell them?
Ask me about this, I guess. No, not yeah. But I'm not against AI at all. I think some songwriters, they think audio and sono tools like that might take away some people's job, but I don't think it will because the sound quality, fortunately, it's not good enough for commercial releases yet.
Maybe in a couple years.
I don't think this can actually, because the database is not high quality. It's hard to analyze all the data. at the end of the day, you need mixing engineer and master. They can only like help the process of creating music, but you cannot totally replace it.
I see.
Also, some people think, oh, you just generate a lot of stuff and you pick the parts of Sono and Audio give you. You're not really writing and creating music. But me personally, I think picking the parts you like and fixing the things you don't like is also a part of creating, because by that you are kind of choosing the things that will fit into your taste. So I think it's helpful for a lot of people. If it's good, or is it art, is it good music, that depends. But I won't say it's just AI creating, because you're generating it, not AI generating for themselves.
Not AI doing the fun work. Just like editor for the AI.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe Steve can tell us a little bit more about, you said that you pretty much increase your efficiency when creating a VR concert. So originally you probably used like a big team for like months of work, and now it cut down to like a few hours. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that.
So VR production, actually we capture at 8K at 68 frames per second. And then normally films is 4K 24 frames per second. And if we compare 4K versus 8K, there are 4 times of the work. And if we compare 25 frames per second to the 60, it's 2.5 times. So which means there are 10 times more work for the VR concert productions. And then we produce the 40 minutes of the VR concert, which means it's kind of 400 minutes of the film productions, but actually it's much more. That's because in VR, like we cannot control where people are looking at. So which means like every frame should be perfect. If you think about the like Iron Man, the films, when we close up the Robert Downey Jr., like the background is blurred, which means we don't need to render that high quality image for the blurred background. For VR, we need to render every frame in the highest definition. So we really need millions of dollars for the production for the VR concert productions. But as VR mass adoption is not there yet, it's not possible to produce the VR concert economically. So we need to use the AI. So that's the reason that we are using the AI. So we automate the keying out process, which means the keying out the live action artist footage from the green screen background. It requires lots of compositors, but we only have 2 people, and then they provide some data, and our proprietary AI module doing the rest of the work. So, and then we are using like AI for the tracking the dancers. So we used to use animator to make the dance movement, but now we just capture the dancers in the cameras, and our AI modules make that dancer movement by themselves. So like we automate the many process, so like which allow us to push the VR concert scalability. So like I would say for the compositor, like I think with the similar production, we might need to have like 40, 50 people, but now we have only 2 people. So I think this, can show how AI can help the like productions efficiently.
You were also mentioned to me that there are like next generation of interactive product that you're thinking about, but maybe in like a few years, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Like we apply some interactions. For example, like the K-pop, there's 5 members for the tour by together. So we allow people to choose their favorite members, and then when they choose it, we show some footages of the favorite members. Because in movie theaters, they use their dedicated personal display, so which means we don't need to show the same thing to the older people. But we have that kind of small interactions, but not just like the images, but maybe the 3D models down the road. So if we like render the 3D model of the artist in this high definition with AI, which I think will happen at some point, then we can allow people to look around this VR concert, get closure. So I think at the moment, there's lots of interaction that we can apply. So, but it will require lots of time though, I think the AI is getting so fast, like I cannot expect the development speed. So I'm not fully sure after 3 to 5 years what we can see. So
I'm not sure everyone have seen this Japanese McDonald's video. Yeah, a lot of people think it's pretty creepy and it's kind of hit people's uncanny valley a little bit. Junie told me that that creator is her friend. Yeah. Is that kind of a reaction from people expected? Or how does he react, or those like some criticism, sure. And then, but McDonald's pay for it. That's a huge win already.
I am also co-founding an AI production house, which launching soon in this September. And in our team, there are artists from OpenAI, Zora, and A16Z. So because we all see this thing is coming, and it is coming so soon, so we just want to put all our effort on it.
So the client, they love this kind of AI creative work, right? Like they are gonna compare you to traditional creation process. So what's the advantage for AI creative advertisement versus old one? They just like buzz, or what is it? Or quicker, or cheaper? What do you think?
I would say, because in my past experience with many AI field, I haven't come across many hate from the audience. Who watching my AI art. But I know that many people, when they first think of AI art, the first thing that comes to their mind is it is not art. It doesn't have a soul. And also there's many people focus on its potential to produce fast and cheap content. But for me, I have a totally opposite view about that, because most of the feedback come from my AI field has been overwhelming positive. So I think the reason why is that because audience recognize the unique and surreal artistic visual that they and I also believe that this will shape the content of the next generation. Because I would say because AI have enabled artists from different backgrounds to express their idea more quickly and easier. So the only thing that truly matter is how powerful this idea and whether they can move and inspire the audience. So for me, every creative attempt is part of a continued feedback loop. The faster the artist can generate, the more idea that the artist can explore. So leading the work that touch people. So at the same time, I would say audience is also seeking for higher quality content, which is different from the traditional filmmaking, because I would say traditional filmmaking have the limit. So it is the thing that raising the standard for the creator. So I also believe that the audience are hunger for new experience, content, and offer something they have never seen and heard before and experienced before.
Maybe we don't have much time. Maybe we move on to like the future. So maybe the first question should be addressed to Professor POON. Do you use like AI tool for you when you're educating your students, and then is that more easy, or what do they do nowadays? Like,
yes, good question. In fact, we are the first university did adopt ChatGPT, while our other sister university was the first one initially banned it. Do you remember the time?
Yeah.
All the universities said, no, we're not going to allow our students to cheat, with ChatGPT. But we were the first universities saying we need to teach them how to use that tool and that responsibly, and also how this can co-create, new opportunities for them. Just the other day, I got this little description from one of my technicians. I also teach my staff, to take advantage of the AI technology. The other day, I got a little WhatsApp, and I say, is this description okay for another show we're gonna do? And I say, oh, you're a very good writer. Did you write it? I got a happy face. He did a very good job prompting, giving, excellent idea for the ChatGPT to produce a content that is exactly what we need. And in the past, I spent a lot of time editing somebody else writing. But now I'm very pleased, they have good tools and they have the good wisdom to put the right prompt to shape and do it, reiterate again and again until they get something they think is good enough and then send it to me, I think that was good. So I think, that's going to be more and more opportunity for us to co-create.
Do they still have to learn instrument? Maybe this also can address Lona. Like learning instrument is super hard, right? Like,
Yes, they still do. Well, in fact, Lona was very correct saying, we get the idea from the AI, but to execute it, there's still a lot of gaps. For example, human voices, you're very right. Those voices that we use for mock-up sometimes it's not really usable. But now I recently have a startup company that we are looking at doing mock-up singers. Oh. Yeah, but the pain point right now is Cantonese. Putonghua is now getting very good now. But
Cantonese hard.
Cantonese is still, that's the little area we're looking at. But I think it's the workflow completely changed the workflow.
Yes.
A long time ago, if you look at all these big film scores, very few of them actually use a real orchestra. They are you are fooled by the beautiful instrumental orchestra sound. Yeah, but they changed the workflow it allowed, and then we built on top of that. But it will never replace human being. But I think it will replace human being who don't use the AI tools.
yeah, yes, that's true. Very well put.
Yeah, so the other day, you remember, Diana asked me, do you think people will actually like AI music? And I think about it, because I have a small company that me and my partner Liu Kang, we are the provider to Douyin that we create AI clips. It's like short clips, only like 15 seconds. The reason why we do it is to test out if it's gonna be a hit chorus or a hit hook that will be widely used by the users. So like back in the days, the record companies, they spend a lot of time and money into like a full production. But now what they do is to purchase a lot of short clips, which AI generated, and then test out in Douyin to see if it's going to be a hit. Because the music promotion way for us nowadays is not like long time ago, only through TV and radios anymore, but short videos like Douyin, TikTok, and YouTube short videos. That's why I think the 15-second clips of music is crucial. Because if it's good, people will search your music on Spotify, on like Apple Music or QQ, NetEast. But if it's not good, your music is hard to be heard because there are so many content these days. So if for Douyin now, it's like if the clip are widely used by the users in Douyin, and they will have the money invested into producing the full length music and everything. So I think why people will like the content that AI generate, the AI make, it's proven by the algorithm and then stuff. But is it good music? Again, I'm not sure, but I think people will like it because it's hard to tell. Like after, if you make an album in a year, you don't know if all the money put into the promotion is gonna be a hit.
I think the audience only care about good content and new experience. They doesn't care much about whether this is made with AI or traditional filmmaking.
Okay, but we were just mentioning earlier, some people would think this is created by AI, there's no soul, and then there's like 鄙视链 content chain. If it's created by AI, it's probably not good. But this will change, right? You guys pretty positive about this. Yeah. All right. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for our panelists. This awesome discussion. Yeah, please give them a round of applause.
那节目的最后也和大家分享一则我们的生动胡同会员的一个消息。那9月份正值开学季，我们希望能够让我们的学生朋友们更加便宜的成为我们的会员，所以从去年开始我们就增加了一个看起来不怎么合理，但是大家都很爱的一个教育折扣。正常加入我们胡同会员其实是365元一年，那如果使用我们的教育折扣其实是120元，其实是将近3折的这样一个优惠力度啊。成为我们的会员可以解锁我们旗下所有的付费节目，包括不止金钱呀，还有跳进兔子洞，同时还可以收到我们每周1封的邮件通讯，就是 newsletter， 里面记录了我们制作内容的幕后故事啦，然后以及我们当下的所思所想。点开我们的 show note， 也就是节目详情中的文章链接，可以看到我们为什么设计这样的一个特别有力度的一个折扣给我们的学生小伙伴们，然后也会有我们生动活泼的小伙伴们对自己18岁说的一句话。欢迎各位来订阅，也欢迎大家把这样的一个特别有力度的折扣分享给身边正在上学的小伙伴们。